Hi friends. So today I wanted to hop on here and share with you my eye look. I have gotten a lot of comments asking me to do videos on how I do it. I already did the base of my face, my contour, my lips and everything like that already. So that way, we can just focus on the eyes. But what I did for my foundation is I actually mixed the light BB cream and light to medium Hazak CC cream and put that on. But I did a clay mask earlier and cleansed with my rose water. Hi Lindsay. And put that on. I actually tried a new way to put on foundation that I learned from TikTok, and I don't think I did it right because I don't know if you can tell, but it looks kind of odd, but because usually the foundation lays better. So I'm pretty sure TikTok lied to me. Anyway, so without further ado, we're gonna hop on here. Oh, I used my Pro strobe and my face sculpting palette. I have my lips are shade 203. I don't have my shade book in front of me, so I'm not 100% sure on what shade that is. I'm pretty sure it's pink mauve. And I set it with some setting spray. But we're going to hop into doing some eyes. So today I'm going to be using my Disney, hi Courtney, my Disney collection palette from ColourPop. So this is not from Pharmacy. My Tory Bell Brow and my Pharmacy eye primer. I can't stay on, but wanted to say hey and I'll rewatch. Alright, Lexi, that's fine. Hi. And then my Extreme Curl. Alright, so we're going to hop in. So I want to put on my primer because it makes my shadows stay better and look brighter. So I'm going to go in, put this on. And it helps decrease the creasing of your shadows. Helps them blend and stick together better. And I really like this eyeshadow primer from Pharmacy because it blends, like it's super creamy. And it doesn't I've tried other eyeshadow primers and it's made my shadows like clump as soon as I stick it on. So then I can't smooth it out. But this smooths out really well. So I just take and put that on. You don't have to use eyeshadow primer. I mean, before I did my eyes, I didn't use primer, but I use it now because I feel like it helps when I want to define up there. It helps it stick out more. I was going to come on here and do a half and half of my face to show you the results, but I was like, you know what, a lot of people have been asking for my eye look, so I think I'm going to please the people today and do my eyes. I like to put some right there because I go in and do my inner corner at the end. And I don't know about you guys, but I rub my eyes a lot and I rub right there. And when I put primer there, it makes it stay on. So what's everyone doing right now? If you are on here, drop an emoji or a comment or something. I love talking to you guys while I'm doing my makeup. I'm kind of a perfectionist, so I just want to make sure I got it all smoothed down, even though it's my primer, and you're not going to see it after I put all my stuff on, but okay, we're done with that. Let me get a drink real quick. Now we're going to go in, and my Morphe brushes are still on the way, so we're working with what we got. I'm going to use my brush that came from Urban Decay. Came with my Naked palette. I think today I'm going to do, I should have planned this out before I came on here, but you know what? I didn't because I just roll with it. to do that little purple look that I did yesterday. So I am going to go in with Magic Carpet. Oh, thanks for all the love and the likes, guys. And we're going to get a good amount of that. I know it looks scary, but don't freak out because you can blend it. We're just going to dab. What I like to do is first I start to like dab my corner. I dab it and then I start dragging it. And blending. So I like to come all the way up here because to me it just, I feel like it looks more seamless when I pull it to the front. And I blend, and as I'm dragging it and blending it, I'm pulling it out more and up because your little brow bone that's right here, you can feel it. That's where you want to put it, right underneath of that and then right on top of it too, because that's really going to accentuate it because I really have small eyes. So without makeup on, my eyes look tiny. So I like to do this because it really helps pop them out. And then, so I like to leave a little bit of light there, but I'll go in and I actually will darken this up over here in the inner corner. I was going to use my Midnight Curfew one. It's more of like a black blue, but I haven't done that look yet, and since I'm giving you guys a tutorial on how to do eyes, I don't want to try something new and lead you guys astray. So, alrighty. Now we got that on there. I know it looks a little goofy, but it's okay. And I used to not be one to wear crazy like pop colors. But since joining pharmacy, it's really boosted my confidence to try it. So here we are. Alright, got a good amount. Close your eye and just dab it on your thingy and on your brow bone and pull it. And don't worry if one eye looks a little different than the other eye, that's okay. It's not perfect. I've come to learn in the makeup world that it can't look identical, and if it does, for some odd reason, it's just going to throw your whole face off. So I like to pull this down, and you can always go in and just wipe that away. That's another good thing about the primer. It helps when you're blending it all together. For me anyway, I notice it's easier to wipe it off when I use the primer. It doesn't quite stain everything. Okay, and then I went up a little high, but that's okay. I can bring it down. And then if that happens where you kind of bring it up a little too high, what I like to do is have a brush that has a little bit of your foundation on it and just kind of go in. I put it on the wrong brush, but oh well. Just kind of go in. It's okay if it's messy because you can blend it back out. And you want to take your little blender and just kind of dab that down. And if it looks a little wild, that's fine because, like I said, you can blend that out. And besides, after your makeup's done, like, you don't want to necessarily concentrate on trying to make this part perfect because you're going to be adding other layers on top of it. So it's going to come together all in the end is what I learned, because I used to try to make this part perfect. And then I'm like, this don't quite look right. But at the end, when I put it together, it really came together. How do you guys like to do your makeup? Do you like to do smoky eyes? Do you like to just do one shadow? What you do? I used to just be a one shadow kind of girl, and that's how I left it, but I like to experiment. Now I'm going to take my brush that has a little bit of primer on it, and just kind of dab my front corner. To kind of lighten it up a little bit. I didn't dip it, it's just what's left over. Okay, now that those are up a little lighter, it'll grab those colors a little bit better and pop them up. So then we're gonna go in. Some people, when they do a smoky eye, they just do 2 colors. That's fine, it's your choice. I do 3 colors on the lid, and then I'll do like an inner color corner. So I'm gonna go in with Poison Apple. Not a whole bunch, but put it right here, kind of in the middle, and blend it towards the front. You don't want to start in the front, because if you start in the front, then it's going to be the darkest there. And then when you put your lighter color on it, you're not going to see it. So a good thing to remember with the smoky eyes is kind of like a gradient thing. So like dark, medium, light, or like, you know, you don't want to put a dark one here and a light one here. I mean, you can, but I've never done it like that. That's more of like a reverse thing. Never tried it like that. But I just know that with the way I do the smoky eyes and the way I've seen a lot of other people do it, is they'll do it like this. Okay, now we're gonna go to my other side. Hi, Lindsay. Okay, I drug that over. See how it's lighter on the inside? Because I also didn't quite take it all the way down there, because we want to be able to see our lighter color when we put it on. So I'm actually going to go in with this Juju. It's more of like a matte color for like right there to blend it up. I found that it looked really good. It was the first time using matte. I usually use like shiny glitters, but I used matte. But I just used my other end of my brush. It's more of the smaller rounded brush, and just pick some up because it's easier to get the small part. And then, oops, I just kind of drag that in there. And also, don't forget to catch my page, The Stress Blessed Beauty Obsessed. In there is where I do a lot of like giveaways. I post on both pages, but it'll be easier to cipher through the stuff than going on my normal page, because I got all kinds of stuff on there. So I'm just going to do the same to the other side. And you want to make sure that you're like getting up, so like my brow bone's like right up here, right? I want to bring it up like that, because it helps accentuate it more, because if you just bring it kind of like across right here, your eye will, it'll actually make your eye look smaller. Some people like to make them look smaller, and that's fine. I like to make mine look big because I have little eyes. Okay. Now, that's what we got going on. Just kind of blend that a little bit. And now I'm going to actually take my other end that I just had and dab just a little bit of my first color and kind of lay it down over here in the corner. And then kind of drag her up a little bit. Helps blend that. And then same to the other side. Okay. Now, you guys can go out as far as you want. I usually like to use the edges of my brows for like a little guide. So I don't want to go out past the edges of my brows, or you might kind of look like a raccoon. So, you know, imagine there's a line like this. From your eyebrow to the corner of your eye, there's a line. You don't want to go past that line, because if you go past that line, it might look a little funky. When I first started out, I would put my finger right here and kind of just, I would do that to help it. But also when you do your primer, if you kind of like make that little line, you'll be able to see the difference. So I did that. Now I'm going to go in with Prince Charming, and I'm going to do up here. This one has a lot, so it's going to look bright. And I just kind of dust it over the top at first. And then I start to like pull it down into here, because I want to kind of soften up that dark part that we have there, because that's just my personal preference. Like I said, you can do it however you want to do it. This is just how I do it. A little bit more over here. It's okay if you get it in your brow, because we are going to go through and fix that, because we're doing brows today too. Now that I got that all done, I also like to take, that's my chair making noise, a little bit of the first color that I started with, and kind of just brush it down a little bit. This is totally your choice. You don't have to. If you wear if you don't want to wear eyeliner, that's kind of how I do it. I'll take this pink and continue it right there. Or you can even wear it even if you are doing eyeliner. So, a little bit of that down there. And then take a little bit of the very last color I use, which is Juju. I'm gonna rub that in. I don't always do this, just sometimes. Okay. Now that I have that done, I'm going to actually take my finger, because I notice it works better. I'm going to do an inner corner shine, just because, I mean, my personal preference, it makes it pop. So this is called Thingamabob, this silvery color right there. I'm going to put a little bit on my finger, and then just touch right here. And I'm going to go in a minute and fix it with a brush, but you want to just touch where your little tear duct is. But be careful, do not get it in your eye, because that will hurt. And then I'm going to take a little rounded brush and kind of tap in it. And kind of spread that up a little bit. Not a bunch. And then down and around. And I know it looks kind of funny putting it way up there, but I promise you, it'll bring it all together. I accidentally put a little bit too much, but that's okay. I like glitter, so I'm gonna go with it. Okay. And that is how I do my eyes. And then you can take, if you want, your beauty blender, kind of dab right here to pick up some of the stuff you may have dropped on your face. Now I'm going to put on my Pharmacy Express waterproof liner, because it's so smooth and creamy. I'm going to put that on my lower lash line, or your waterline. So you just pull it down in that little pink part. You don't want to go too far, because then you're just gonna get it in your eye. Like that. And don't pull your eye too hard, or then you can't see. I've learned that. Okay. And then what I like to do is right here underneath my lashes, I like to go in with a little bit of mascara or eyeliner and kind of do it up there. It's kind of tricky, but I don't really know how to explain it, but it kind of just will blink and pull it. And then to get between here and there, you just kind of close your eye. Oops. Like that. Oh crap. Okay. Looks good. Now I'm going to save my mascara for last because we're going to do brows. And I don't want my hand to touch my mascara. So I'm going to go in, brush our brows. It's easier to brush them because it makes them line up way better. I always forget to brush. Hi, Allison. Alrighty, so I'm going to go in with my Tori Bell Brow Cream. My pharmacy cream's coming in, but that's what we got for now. So I usually like to start right here at the base where all your hairs start. You just kind of pull that up into there. Some people line their brows first and then fill them in. My brows are so sparse and light that I actually fill mine in first so I can see them. And then I'll go through and make a more defined line. And at the front, you want to start kind of making up and down lines because it gives it more texture and makes them look a little less drawn on. I'm not a pro at brows, but this is just what I do. And you want to use the angled brush. My brows are real short and don't come over like they're supposed to, so I actually will incorporate some of the brow stuff over to make it look like my brows are not super awkward shaped. And then you just go and smooth it over with your spoolie brush to kind of push it and blend it out so you don't have some darker spots. This looks a little funky. And if you mess it up, that's okay because you can always use a little bit of, concealer. Hi, Heather. I didn't even see you on here. Alright, and a good rule of thumb to remember, you will hear me say it all the time. Brows are sisters, not twins. So if you try to make this one look like, this one look like this one, I promise you it's going to take you 4 hours. You're going to end up cross-eyed, and you're going to be mad because they're still not going to be right. they're just not. Some people's, like mine, my eyebrows on this side, my whole face is just a little droopier than this side. So, just make do with what you got. Like I said, if you mess it up, that's okay, because you can use some concealer. And you don't want to make them real thick. You also don't want them to be super thin. And go through and brush it out. Always brush it in the direction of how you want your brows to lay, because if you go brushing it up like that, it's just gonna look kind of funky. Okay. Like I said, brows are sisters, not twins. And some people might say, oh, you're bringing your brows in too close. No, people, your brows are supposed to be, if you take your fingers or like 2 makeup brushes and go like this beside your nose, that's how your brows are supposed to be. But most people's brows don't do that because we get our brows waxed, and just for some reason not everyone's come over like they're supposed to. So, because if they start way out here, you're gonna look goofy. It's like your brows want to start in line with like your tear duct. Or else also, if they're way out here, it makes your nose look bigger. Granted, I have a tiny nose, but okay. Now I'm gonna take my concealer right here. Just going to put a little bit on the back of my hand because I'm just like that. And then we're gonna get a teeny tiny little flat brush. This one will do. Preferably an angled one, but I actually accidentally used my angled one for something else. Angled one would make things so much easier. But I'm just gonna go in and kind of clean it up. And I used concealer for this because foundation is a little darker, and the concealer will actually make your brows pop because it's a little lighter. I know it looks wonky, but we'll blend it. And then I'm going to go right above it. My camera keeps autofocusing, it's messing me up. And then if you mess it up like I just did, that's cool, because you got your brush right here. Okay. Now we're going to take our beauty blender, or you can use like a little flat foundation brush. Just kind of dab that down to where it's, you don't want to go out looking like this. It's going to look funny. You just kind of Oh, I guess everyone's been commenting. See, usually my comments will start popping up and moving, but apparently I gotta scroll down. Okay, so I'm just gonna blend this in. I just gotta fix just a teeny tiny spot. Alrighty. And there we have it, guys. That is how I do my brows and my eyes. So, love the colors you have in your eyes. Thank you, Michaela. That's my Disney palette. So I'll be posting more tips and tricks and hacks and how-tos, especially on my page. I think maybe tomorrow we will come on here and talk about foundation. But I hope you like it. And, oh, just kidding. I need mascara, guys. Duh. I always forget it. Extreme Curl Mascara by Pharmacy. It's got a little curve thing. So I like to take the curve like this. I know what you're saying. People probably like, oh, that's not how you use it. Well, this is how I use it because my lashes struggle. So I'll do that. No, it's not globbed. I accidentally got eyeliner behind it. See, these ones are so short. Okay, now I'm going to take what's left, flip it. And this is what's going to push them upwards. I don't want to push them up first with my first layer because then it's going to touch my makeup and I'm going to mess it up. So I do it after. Oh, see, look at that. Whoops. These lashes over here I have always struggled with because they never like to do what they're supposed to. They start clumping and I start getting stuff everywhere. So I'll take it. I won't dip it again because if I do, I end up getting it on my face. Just kind of lean forward. I'll let the curve go with the curve of your eye. And just kind of, ta-da! And there we have it. Now I can do my closing statement. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Oh, thanks, Bree. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you guys have any other things you'd like to see, any questions, comments, concerns, tips. I love tips. If you think, oh hey, this looks really cool, but add that, I love it. Don't feel bad to comment that. I like that kind of stuff. That's what helps me build more ideas. So hope you enjoyed it. If there's anything else you want to see, let me know. And if not, I will see you guys tomorrow. Much love, and go visit my page, Stress Blessed Beauty Obsessed, and check out all our pharmacy products and beauty stuff, tips and tricks. All right, much love. Bye.